Hi everybody, David Lowry with Fantasci, and we are looking into our next installment here, The Lords of Rock, coming to you soon from Solo Player Games. Today we're going to talk about the one thing that a Lord of Rock needs to know when it comes to what key to play in. E minor. There's only E minor. There's no other keys. No flat keys. No circle of 23rds. Like crap. That's for Billy Joel and all those people. Let the piano players deal with that crap. Rock guys. That's it. E minor. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. You can't do those little if you're not in E minor. Can't use D minor. D minor is reserved only for Hotel California because it is the saddest of all keys. Don't play in D minor unless you're playing that. Everything else should be in E minor. That makes you a Lord of Rock. So you got to be in E minor. Don't play in any other key, right? Your whole album should sound exactly the same from key to key. Don't switch it up. Don't try to be inventive. Lords of Rock don't do that, right? Did AC/DC do that? No. Did ZZ Top do that? No. So, E minor, right? And just make sure that you understand that there's really only one skill you got to play, and that's your pentatonic. Right? That's all you need to know, that one position. Why play anywhere else? I mean, why use any other tonalities or octaves or anything like that? You don't need that. You just need right there. You don't need to be moving up and down. You know, Slash doesn't do it. Why should you do it? Right? Just get in there and stay right in that little box area and do the same old licks. You don't need all the flashy stuff. You just need to be able to go. That's it. You don't need to just wheelie, man. Just do the same thing over and over and over like all these other guys do. That makes you a Lord of Rock, baby. Don't worry about being flashy. Don't worry about being able to play in modes. You don't need to know the difference between a Dorian or an Aeolian or a Locrian mode. You don't need to know all that, right? You just need to be able to play right here in your minor position, right? And the only thing you're allowed to do beyond that is when you get to here, you can play those extra 4 notes. Okay, you can add those extra 4 notes because that allows you to go. Right? That's all you need to be able to do, man. Don't worry about, being technically perfect. Every guitar player knows, man, that there's more feeling in one note than in a million. Right? You can't get any feeling out of playing a million notes. Mozart never did. No, not at all. Right? You just need to be able to sit there and note that note for 6 years, baby. That's all you got to do, and that's all the feeling you need. Right? You don't need to be going. You don't need to be doing 3-note per string stuff. No. That's for losers. That's for people who they don't want to be rock stars. They just want to be musicians. Right? They just want to be musicians. They just want to be able to play all kinds of stuff. They don't want to just play rock. They want to be able to play country, jazz, whatever it is they want. Lords of Rock, we don't do that. No, we stay in our little position. We get all kinds of slopping. That's what your distortion and delay is for. It covers up all those mistakes, man. When you miss all those notes, that's why we use distortion and delay. You don't need, to be super clean. You don't need to be, worried about, worrying about all that kind of stuff. You don't need that. You don't need to be able to play in thirds and fourths and you don't need to know what a triplet is or a quintuplet or anything like that. You don't need to know what tritone substitutions are. Forget all that crap, baby. Key B minor, right there in your little pentatonic position, and don't worry about anything else, right? I remember there's this bloke, man. back in the day. His name was Michael Lee Firkins, and he was some dude with this huge blonde hair. I mean, he definitely had Lord of Rock hair, right? And he come out and put out this album and stuff, and got real popular off this album, and they were claiming him to be the next guitar hero because he could play all this bluesy, really melodic stuff, right? But no, this is Michael. He didn't do any of that. It was all talk, man. It was all talk. It was all press build-up and stuff in the guitar magazines and whatever. And he got this big head, but when you talk to him, he's really laid back and kind of cool, and talks real mellow, and seems like a super nice guy and whatever. But man, you get him on the guitar, 4 notes, baby, 4 notes. That's what he's got. He's got 4 notes, right? He came to me one day and says, "Dave, I've been listening to you for about 15 minutes. How do I become a Lord of Rock?" I told him, E minor. That's all you need. It's E minor, man. Don't worry about what the John Petrucci's of the world are doing. Don't worry about the Steve Vai's of the world. Don't worry about that. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing, man. Lords of Rock, baby. All you care about is how many girls will throw lingerie up on your stage, right? Mick Mars didn't worry about it. No, sir, he didn't. C.C. DeVille didn't worry about it. No, not at all. Right? It wasn't about being the most skilled player, man. You just need to be able to go. That's it. That's all you gotta be able to do, man. You don't, slow hand, look clap. And every now and then they might go, right? I mean, they might, like right here, you got those same 4 notes. It's the same here, right? Same 4 notes, man. You just play them right there, and then it makes it look like you're doing more than you really are, man. I mean, like I told you before in one of the other episodes, it's fake it till you make it, right? There ain't no Michael Lee Firkins trick to this thing, man. There just isn't. There just isn't. Lord's Rock is about big power chords, man. Big power chords, and if you really, really, want to seem like you're bluesy, right? You just go, just throw that chord in there, that Jimi Hendrix chord, man. That's all you got to do, right? That's all you got to do. I mean, and then all is right with the world, right? I mean, I remember once, like Stevie Wonder tried copying it, kind of like he did the song called Superstition. It was in the E, man. It was just like. Something like that, but eventually it's just, right? I mean, it's all E minor, baby. All E minor. Even the greats like Stevie Wonder try to copy the Lords of Rock. So that's my tip for the day. E minor. 1 pentatonic scale. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to over-diversify. It ain't about that. This is about panties. Getting those panties on the stage. Stay tuned for the next episode.